Hello, my lovely people. Welcome to my channel. It's Josephine Mbotu. This is my channel. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning to my channel. Thank you for those who have been subscribing, liking, commenting, guys. I love you so much. I really love you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really love you guys for whatever you've been doing. I had people who have been subscribing. I have been people who have been commenting. I have been people who were just like helping me, man, through a lot, like with not just my challenge, just in general, you know. And you don't need to take that for granted. There are people who don't have people like who are helping them in any way, like, so you have to appreciate everything in your life, all the movement in your life. When things are going well, you need to appreciate. When things are not going well, you need to kneel down. You need to, at some point, these are just things of learning. Like, we have just to learn. The more you are experiencing things, the more you are also learning. Like, there's no way you know things without experiencing something in your life. So we have to appreciate everything. Appreciate everything. All the small things people are contributing to you, appreciate them. To be honest, appreciate them. It's Tuesday morning. Now it's 9 o'clock. It's to 10. Up to 10, and it's very sunny. But there's clouds. At least maybe it will rain again. It's been raining this day since maybe last week, if I'm not mistaken. We are blessed, and it's really showing a good sign. I remember last year we didn't get enough shower. Like, people, they didn't get enough. Only some, but not like. Yeah, last year it was not like the other year, because I remember the other year, they had enough food on their field. But last year it was, but not that. Maybe they could really, let me say, last year it was 60%, but the other year it may be 90 or 8, let me say 85%, which is, it was better than last year. But the way how it started now, let me just hope it will just keep on raining. And I remember, guys, those days when whenever we are going for the holiday, like December holiday, there are those times that we go, when we are going the holiday, like it rains already. Because I remember there was even a year whereby, time for Christmas, that time we felt like people, they plow already, so they just water all over in the village and that. But you find these years, my dear, things are changing. You can be there like in December, but it's still dry. But we are really seeing a good sign whereby just few days to December and it's raining. And I even had, like, I'm in town, but like at the village, at my village where I came from, my mom said it really rained so well. It really started so well, except the lightning, guys. Shoo. Guys, this rain is having lightning. Those thunderstorms and lightning, they are really here. Guys, especially for last night, it was worse. It was yesterday, the day before yesterday also, it rained. Like, I wanted even to vlog on Saturday. I could not vlog because of that. Yesterday again, I will not vlog. Like, there were lightning whereby we turned even to go sleep early. Guys, my trouser is too tight. Let me breathe. So we even slept early. And when it's having lightning, guys, I don't even use a fan. Like, everything have just to be off. My phone off, TV off, fan off. Like, I cannot have anything close to me, like nothing apart from my child or my husband. Like, everything have just to be off. Not even like, even if it's hot, like yesterday it was so hot, but I could not even switch on anything. I could not switch on the fan because we had those lightning, and guys, I was scared. Even the light itself, it had just to be off. I'm really having a problem with this light. And sometimes, guys, like especially this year, when the rain started, if I'm not mistaken, I heard about 4 to 5 people just died of lightning. And there was even couples who were sleeping with a baby, and the couples, they were killed by the lightning. Only the baby who survived, which was really terrible. And I'm like, no. Whatever which can happen to a next person, that can also happen to you. So if you are not being careful, not okay, there are times where things can just happen, but not every time. Sometimes we are also the reason why things can happen. Like it's having lightning and you're just there on your TV, or they said you cannot even be close to the window. You are just here like at the window, or sometimes it's just good for you to avoid things, not ignore. And I realize, like, to be honest, me, I don't used to have peace like in my house. Like when it's raining with my husband, hey, my husband doesn't believe on that, because like where they came from, they believe that those things they used to be sent by people come are like to be attacked, these things of witchcraft. And I'm like, what? So me here, I'm scared, and him is like, why you guys are scared? Like to them, they believe that people who are scared of that, only people who are witchy. And I'm like, oh, okay. Remain in your belief. I remain in my belief. For my peace of mind, there must be a distance, like where I am and where you are. If he's using his phone in like in bed, having his phone, I let her go to the sitting room with my child. I will not be with him. Never. That's not how I die and live. Just these nice things here while I'm not ready. Never. When it's my time, when God says it's my time, I'll go. But not just like this now. I know God knows that it's not my time. It's not yet time for me to go. Yeah, guys. So, guys, I had a lot of things. Yesterday, I didn't even have time. Like when I came to work to vlog, because every time I had topic man, which I wanted to do, but things just become complicated for some reasons. Yesterday, when I dropped my son, I didn't drop him. It's the father who dropped him, and I realized that I forgot some yogurt, like which I didn't put on the bag. Then I tend to drop the yogurt later at school, because it was just in my way to work. Then the boy said, no, mommy, I have to go with you. My son just have a problem of, when maybe bonding, like stayed with me for more than 2 days, because it was the weekend. Friday we were together, Saturday we were together, Sunday we went together, we went to church together. Now, like, just when we are there together, to him it's like, no, it's a holiday. So he don't wanted to remain. He cried, and again I was like, I have a problem, like when my child is complaining, where I'm also like, when I went to school, I found like there was but I had something which I wanted also to tell. There are some things which we need to open up, like, when you are dropping your child, you must have assurance that your child, where you are dropping them, they are okay. To be honest, at some point we need just to be realistic. We just need to be straightforward. There is no way I will drop my child somewhere where I know that he's not happy for some reasons, or maybe there's something going on there. I believe that I'm that person who always want to make sure that whoever that I'm giving my child, we have a good communication. Like, we must have a good communication. If there's something which is not going well, like if there's something need to be resolved, or else I have to remove my child. And again, I believe that at some point, if there's no communication, meaning things, they will not go well. So I was told, like, there's just someone who told me like, this person told me like, no, your child used to carry chips and whatever at school, fly chips and chips, egg and whatever, something like this at school, and this child who always eating his food and whatever. And guys, something which I know is that my child doesn't like eating. Like, it's a person who, since when you were just young, you have just to force. He doesn't have that high appetite. Maybe it's a person who eat a lot, like who eat many times, but he doesn't eat a lot at the same time. So he can eat here and there, like just little by little, but he doesn't consume a lot of things at the same time. So now this person told me, no, there's a child who eat your food, the food of your child at school and something like that. And to be honest, sometimes is that whatever we do, like as parents, there are times whereby guys we don't have enough in the house, but I have to make sure, no matter what, I either eat just pap with water and sugar, then leaving my child going to school without anything or something proper. I have to make sure that my child is having something better to take to school. And when you hear that, okay, but me, I don't like just jumping, asking things which are without anything clue. But to be honest, there's a sign which I saw at the school, like you go there, one child having something, and all the child they just come and grab. And I'm like, these are not kids from the same house. You know? These are different kids from different houses. What makes these kids just to grab each other's food? And I'm like, okay, maybe there's something wrong, or maybe my mind, it happened again Friday when I went there to pick my child. I start seeing kids grabbing, like fighting for a yogurt, and I'm like, more than 3 kids, and I'm like, these kids are not from the same house. What's this? Guys, it really disturbed my mind, like, and what I know is that, to be honest, what I know when it's come to my child can grab toys, like with people who play with, okay, like toys, yes, I know, but not food. When it comes to food, not him. Toys is a child that can have, sometimes, to be honest, I realize that at some point, your child will just be destroyed by someone's child because of these neglections and whatever. You leave a child like doing something, then you'll be like, no, just avoiding it can really destroy at some point. My child, he never liked food, but there are some this nice thing. Kids when they are together, they tend to enjoy eating together at some point. I don't really have a problem with that, as long as, okay, my child sharing food is not a problem, but I have a problem when my child may be having something and it will be shared whereby he will not satisfy anymore. And me here, like, guys, I go to work 8 o'clock, coming back at 4:30, which is just to 5. I'm forever like providing enough food, like for my child to go to school, which is a lot. Where I know that my child can even leave it, like it can even come back home. But something which you never know is that for someone who doesn't eat, he doesn't eat, and you believe that no, the person, and you hear that no, there's people who eat the food of your child, which makes, like, most of the time Junior go to school and come back, like his lunchbox they'll just come empty, and you'll be like, and the moment, the funny part, like the moment we are arriving home, this person will be like on food, start eating like the and that, meaning that this person is still hungry. So as a parent, what I did, when I heard about this and I saw a bad sign, when I went to school, I found I just thought, I explained it to the teacher, like, this is what this is what's happening, and please, you must always check them, like, it's not really a good sign where kids are grabbing food, because you never know, tomorrow they will grab it somewhere, like, and the teacher was like, no, like, where, if I could say no, I hear that teacher used to eat the food of the child, then maybe she could feel like offended. But where you are saying no, they are big kids, they eat the food of the kids, the young ones, and it's not okay. Like, to be honest, for a parent, even if it was like, if I was the parent of the child who, like, for the owner of the yogurt which was grabbed on Friday, and the teacher was like, no, that yogurt is not even for them, all of them who are fighting. What if, what comes in your mind? You brought something, and people are just fighting for it, which is not like, your child is not even there. Like, if the owner could see it, they're just these small things, and they are very sensitive, to be honest. Like, when it's come to kids, they are very sensitive. Food are just food. But as a mother, I can say no. I don't have a problem other kids sharing with my child, as long as my child is satisfied. But the problem will come, like, what if your child is not satisfied? You see, what if your child is not satisfied? This sharing, and for someone who like taking every time, or like asking every time, this child, you will not ask once, or she will not ask once. Every time when your child is like, every time. And for someone who doesn't like eating, and I know, I tend to tell the teacher this, because I know for my son who doesn't like eating, and he doesn't like to be scrolled or finishing food, he will always make sure that he will give the food away. To be honest, I felt bad whereby the teacher didn't understand like my feelings, and she just, and I told her, and like even my child, like, even if you ask him, me, I was told, but when you ask just my son, like, who eat your food, he will tell you it's who, the same person that I was told. And I know, to be honest, I know the teacher knows who eat Junior's food. He knows, she knows. But now this, guys, the fear that I have, to be honest, these schools, I'm that person who don't like just drag my child everywhere, every time, like these things of moving. My concern, or what really matter to me, is the safety of my child. My child ways taken safe, like way safety. Nowadays, safety is the most important thing. Safety, where my child will not be left alone with the other kids. If there's an adult somewhere, that's where I'll call, like, safe. When they are safe, not scrolled. And I'm like, okay, I have a problem of these things. If I spoke to you about something which we need to resolve, and you give me a bad sign, you see, like, guys, leaving your child again there. My child went to school today. I think the father took him there, the same school, and I'm like, God, only God. I've been just asking God, like, God, there was a time that when I arrived at school, at work, I started having a bad feelings, like, God, how my child will be like for the whole day. Will my child be taken care of, or he will be aberrant because the mother said that? And I just like, God, please protect my child. To be honest, we are in November. December will be the holiday. And I'm like, I'm thinking of taking Junior to a different school. And because now, like, I even told the teacher, like, you remember the other time when I found you beating the child, like, with a stick just on the head, like, beating. I texted you, because, to be honest, I'm an emotional person, and there are some things which I avoid. When I got angry so much, there are some things which I avoid. The first time, if I wanted to fight, I could fight the same day that I found her beating my child. I didn't fight. Why? Number one, she found me, like, that's the same time when I received the bad news of my grandmother, like, your grandmother passed on. Like, this was my mom's mom, my grandmother, my best friend. When I received that news, I just went, like, because I was supposed to go to my mother, like, my mother cannot be there alone, like, losing her mother, and she needed me the most. I know she needed me, and it was me and my sister we were far and we have just to travel. So on that spot, I was broken already. I could not do anything. So I could not react. I was shattered. I could not do anything. Then later, after a week, I texted her, like, please, what you did is not okay. And imagine I didn't take my child. I was expecting her, like as a mother, for her as a teacher, to see her side, like what she did, if it's really okay, like, or she was stressed, like where you could just take you. She was stressed of how maybe my child was not eating, swallowing her food, because Junior can just keep food in the mouth, like you just be quiet, eat with the food in the mouth. You see, that's what he does. I know it very well. Maybe it's stressful where he can able to take a stick and beat him, like maybe he could discipline him in the other way or beating him on the butts, but on the head with a stick. Guys, I was having my phone in my hand. I would take a video, but I was not at my right sense. It was not enjoyable whereby I could watch it. That things of saying taking for evidence, I could not do that because I wasn't sure. That's a child that I love so much. It's my child. I love my child so much with my all. I love my kids very much. And I believe that dropping our kids to school does not mean that we don't love them. We have to, and it's just another job for people who are working also to work to schools. And we have to respect them and appreciate them. But where there is a mistake, I believe that it's something where we have to discuss about it. But to be honest, I had a bad feelings maybe few minutes ago, like God. But I just asked God, like, God, please protect my child. That's the only thing which I said. God, please protect my child. God, I started imagining it and start thinking more deep, but I just came to understand that God will be there. God will take care of everything. God is only God. And I just give an example, like, I love my child, but my mom also loved us. Like how we suffered in the hand of the nannies who have been taking care of us. I could see it, like how the nanny used to mistreat even my young sisters. That time I was still young, seeing it, and sometimes I'm defending them. Sometimes I cannot defend them. You know, come this will be going, then something like that. So for now, I will leave it. I want to say until Thursday, which is like the end of the month. Then if I'm seeing something, or maybe if things will not go well from the first Junior will not go to school, like the whole December, he will not go to school. Then next year he'll go to a new school. Because guys, there's no different, like still just a daycare. And all those schools, they're just having the same price. There are some schools which are even lesser than, some they are 250. There's even, okay, they just like, the one for 250 is a bit behind me. Not really far, but it's near. But this junior where he's going is expensive than where that one for 250. And I'm like, maybe God also speaking to me, like, I have to react. Otherwise my child, something will happen to my child. So, guys, as a mother, please comment below. If it was you, what would you do? Or like, what exactly that I really need to do in this case? Yeah, thank you very much, my lovely people. I love you so much. Please just comment below. Just say your thought, like, what really comes in your mind. I really appreciate you. May the Lord bless you. Thank you.